everyone, I am Mike of Mike Test Play, and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. Last time we defeated, well, Area 7 of Mount Battle, and in between episodes, I've done a bit. We just went through Mount Battle a bunch more times, got our Poke Coupons up to 4,800. We will be spending 4,000 of that in this episode. But also, we got all the Shadow Pokemon we have currently available to purify, including your darling, who's in here, Apom, who's now up to 6,200, which means it is ready to be fully purified. And that's what we're going to start this episode doing. We have 9 Shadow Pokemon that are fully ready to be purified. And we're going to purify them all. Because, you know, heading into Realgam Tower with every Shadow Pokemon purified is unusual, and I would like to do it. That's kind of the beauty of this full guide, is that we're doing everything. So, you know, that's what we're going to start out with. I didn't do like any sort of set pattern on my way through Mount Battle this time around. Let's just do them in order here. Because I basically I knew that I was going to get the 4,000 Poke Coupons. I knew I also didn't want to spend the time to get the 5,500. That would have been, you know, everything left that we did from there. So, you know, that was why I stopped. But no, I mostly did the earlier areas just to kind of purify fast. I was going for quick over, you know, maybe most Poke Coupons gained. Some of them did gain a ton of experience, obviously, for 8,000 for both Murkrow and Gramble there. But, you know, I wanted to get everybody done. And I did. And now you're seeing them all gain a lot of experience. I wonder if Vibrava will gain enough for 2. Vibrava was in a lot of battles, but I don't know. It might even be less than Murkrow and in between. Didn't level up twice. That's fine. You know, because Vibrava evolves at 45. So, you know, we'll do Apom before the 2 legendary dogs, because I'm sure that Suicune or Raikou is going to be the most experienced, because they took forever. Actually, interestingly, because Suicune barely ever went into Hyper Mode, Suicune took, even though Suicune had like 2 bars left, while Raikou had all 5, Raikou had less than a bar left when Suicune was ready to go. Like, it was literally double the heart gauge dropping. So, you know. Yeah, 32,000 experience. That sounds about right. For, I mean, I'm not going to use Suicune, but Aurora Beam is awesome. I don't need Leer on it. Like, that's the beauty of well, that's the beauty of all 3 legendary dogs, actually. Yeah, I'm not surprised by the amount of levels here. 4 levels, so that's not bad. I'm not sure how all 4 of the battlers so far have reached level 44. I mean, you know, 3 of them started at 43, so it's not that unusual, but the Suicune is like, whoa! Raikou will be less than Suicune was. But like, all 3 dogs learn a new move that's useful. Yeah, 28,000. Only 4,000 left. Raikou gets Spark, which is, you know, not as good as Thunderbolt, but still better than Leer, because, you know, not physical attackers. The Raikou and Suicune, Entei is. But Suicune gets, Suicune gets Aurora Beam, Raikou gets Spark. Also, it's level 44. We've just got the 44 squad here, apparently. And then Entei gets Stomp. That was my finisher. But today, I promise, we are going to make progress. We've got specific things that I'm going to do basically this whole week. I'll tell you now, this episode 76, is going to be longer than the next 4 in a significant way. Each of them is going to be shorter because of just where we are in the game. And if you've played this game before, you know what I mean. But yeah, we're just going to get the last 3 shadows all done here. Gligar was also just raised in the daycare. I'm using the daycare primarily for the shadow Pokemon who would be, for a variety of reasons, tougher to purify via battle. And yeah, that's just what I'm doing. So, you know, I am very, very happy about the fact that we're done with all 3 legendary dogs, because it means there's only one truly difficult purification left in the game, because reasons that you will see. I mean, we have a time flute, so you know. Fortress was in some battles. Let's see how much. I think regains explosion. 17,000. Yeah, Fortress took a long time for some reason. So breaks the level 44 trend there. But yeah, Fortress took a long time. Gligar will gain 0. But again, it's part of doing the full guide is showing every single shadow being purified, showing off what they, you know, the moves that they get upon purification, how much experience it takes, stuff like that. And you know, we have to purify all of them. So, you know, we are now well on our way. And that feels nice. That feels really nice, actually. So, you know, we got Ariados. Ariados was a weird one. Kept having really bad luck and fainting a lot, actually, throughout. So, yeah, 8,000 does not surprise me. But there we go. We've got... I wonder where I can show it. Snag list? Yeah, just all purified. I haven't really gone over the snag list in detail yet. I'm going to kind of in post-game, weirdly enough. But there's just some interesting things in there during post-game, so why show it beforehand? But yeah, we have now purified every shadow Pokemon that we have snagged. And that's all of them that have been available to snag so far. So, you know, pretty cool. And now we've got, you know, got our purified box filling up, which is just nice. And we've also got our team, who did not participate in any of this Mount Battle nonsense. There will actually be a point soon where the actual team will be participating in battles off-screen, which has not yet happened. I have been very particular about that, actually, not wanting that to happen. So, you know, you'll see it soon, but not yet. And there's a reason why you will see it, because... just because. We're just gonna stick with because. Okay. We've now got... I'll leave these 3 in here. But if you show save, then you can see snagged 32, purified 32. You can also see that I've played this game for 36, almost 37 hours, which is longer than the recordings. So, you know, fun. Anywho, now we're done at Agate Village and making one quick stop before we actually make our story progress. And we are making story progress, I promise. But we have the Poke Coupons. And Mapearls has needed a move for a while now, and we now finally have the Poke Coupons to do it. And you may be thinking, like, we're in the final area, aren't we? Yeah, there's a lot more post-game than you'd think. So, here we go. Thunderbolt. We need a Thunderbolt. Yay! No, I would not like to exchange for anything else with the 800 I have. But now, finally, we have... approaching our final moves of the run. We're not there yet, but we're mostly there, honestly. Because Hidden Power fighting has proven useful in spots, but the Thunderbolt's just way better. So, my pearls, get that upgrade. There we go. Okay, so, and none of our Pokemon got to use a hidden power, but that's okay. So now that our team is ready, our purifications are done, it is time to finally, after a week, make progress. By going to Realgam Tower, an immense tower that was finally completed as Cipher's base. It has a Colosseum on top! And it is glorious. Like, just look at it. And I love the music here, too. But by stepping foot in Realgam Tower, the construction guy at the under entrance is now gone. I'm not going to show it because we've already done enough nonsense, but he's gone. Hello, welcome to Realgam Tower. Today is our opening day. We've been expecting you. Now please do go in. Yeah, Cipher's not worried about us. Here are, the Sudowoodo statues and these things all like spinning, and it's a beautiful area. I love Realgam Tower's design, and like it's in the desert, but like we're in domes now. Now, you can see the Colosseum, the actual build here, as like a table decoration / almost looks like a chandelier. I think that's really cool. It's just the Colosseum in miniature. These doors go somewhere. We will be covering those in the next few episodes. They're all required, but I've decided to do things in a bit of an odd order. So, this man. Oh, having trouble, are we? Perhaps you're lost in the expanse of this building? Nah. Ah, that is good to hear. Go with care. Nice, kindly old man. There's a healing thing. There's a PC. There's a oh yes, turn your back on the enemy. That's so fundamentally wrong. I would say amateurish even. Humph, the way you battle, you'd need more lives than a cat. Yeah, it's a Cipher peon, dressed up as an old man. Just like, no, you do not get free healing. So, it is worth noting, as we enter our first battle in Realgam Tower, that secret power here is paralysis for the entirety of Realgam Tower and the Realgam Colosseum at the top. So, you know, no need to worry. And I would love to show off Thunderbolt, but, you know, Psybeam is super effective on this Dustox, and I'm not sure that Earthquake would be getting the KO on the Dustox because it's only neutral, but Bay, do it. Ooh. That's just the best animation. I know that I say that every time Bay uses Earthquake, but, like, it is. And, you know, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna crush our way through here. Pearls, gaining those experience points fast. And what's your final one? That's a Viper. Okay. Also Earthquakeable. I'm not worried about PP usage because, you know, there's healing 6 inches away. You know. Okay, so I'm going to acknowledge something. Our team is... It may look like we're a little bit overleveled at this point. And for the next few battles, it may seem that way. However, this is where you want your team to be at this point. You want them to be around 48 and above. Too high, you know, too high you might have trouble snagging certain things. But, so this is it! This is what I would most recommend that you hit at this point in the game. Around 48, entering Realgam Tower. You're just gonna have some tougher battles otherwise. You know what, Mr. Ray? Just keep Bay Earthquake capable. As we will restore our team to full health. And we're gonna kind of jump into something here. Because Realgam Tower isn't exactly a maze. If you just follow, like, straight ahead, you get where you're trying to go. However, there's some stuff. Like, for example, these peons. Are you looking to get past this door? No. That's the right idea. You're about 10 years too young to challenge me. I beg your pardon, madam! I'm guessing there's a daredevil in you. This is legitimately kind of the one place in the game where I'm wondering why we don't get jumped. Because, like, there's another peon 6 inches from here. But, you know, I guess Cipher is noble. There is still a reason why we just don't get dogpiled here. And I will explain it much later. Because it's not even something I have to theorize on. It's just, this is how it is. Oh yeah, Shadow Sunflora! Shadow Sunflora here has no change to its catch rate. It is 120, and its heart gauge is 7,000. We are approaching endgame numbers here, so, you know, that's where we are. The jump fluff is fast, and we'll set up Sunny Day. And, Sunflora can take advantage of that. But, you know, Ice Beam against the Jump Fluff just works. We're going to really hope that Bay doesn't, like, score a super crit with a return here, because I'm hoping that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Because 120 is, yeah, that's not bad. Not sure if that's a crit range or not. You know what? I'm going to play this the careful way. And go with the weaker attack. Just keep Ice Beaming on Gloom because special attack better than physical attack. And wing attack is actually, after stabbed, as strong as Ice Beam on Mantine. So, you know, Mr. Ray going to... It's weird to send my water type in as my grass type counter, but hey, you know, it works. Also, Mr. Ray, faster than the Sunflora in the sun, which Sunflora's speed doubles in sun thanks to chlorophyll for its ability. It can only have chlorophyll for its ability, so I know that. But let's take advantage of a few things here. How did you outspeed everybody? That was good because it did not KO. And let's get rid of that sun, because the Sunflora also has Solar Beam, just in its immediate moveset. So, you know. There we go. But we didn't get the paralysis, but honestly, that's okay. With level, or with a 120, I'm not really particularly worried about it. And, you know, we're going to dupe our item, and then we're just going to switch out to back to Bay so that we don't waste experience, potentially. Wait, no, there is no more experience because I'm snagging. It doesn't really matter. Anywho, let's catch this Sunflora. Snag this Sunflora. Easy peasy. Excellent. So Sunflora has been sent to the storage system. And we defeated Bela. Huh? What do you mean I lost? Why? Because we weren't 10 years away, fool! Ha-ha! Anywho, then there's this guy. We took 0 damage in that battle, by the way. I know that I usually save between shadows, but like... Oh yeah? So you're telling me that you'll knock me out of the way? No. Foo-foo, that's the smart choice. I mean, I am telling you. You'll know right away if that's possible by battling me. I like the implication there that we're going to swat him away by battling him. So, like, at the end of the battle, Wes is just like, alright, Pokemon I have out, send him flying! I just think that's funny. And I like the thought of it. I just do. I have no further explanation. But there's a shadow, Delibird. Delibird also has no change to its usual catch rate, with a snag rate of 45 and a heart gauge of, again, 7,000. I probably should have... You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to double focus on the Piloswine, not aim for the Delibird at all because it's squishy. Realistically, I should have taken on the Delibird first in case something goes wrong, because I do not want to miss this snag. But, you know, I forgot who had glitches. It's as simple as that. I just flat out forgot which trainer had which Pokemon, but it doesn't matter. We knocked out both non-Delibirds in a single turn. And it's flying. Well, that makes this very, very simple. I'll take it. It's gonna be targeting Beyblade. Babe's gonna use Detect, and easy peasy. Now Bay is going to immediately switch out so that Blue can get a Yawn in if Secret Power fails to get the paralysis. And I'm only going to hit it once with Secret Power, because I am very worried about just KOing this Delibird. And 45 snag rate is not exactly easy. Yeah, no, see, that's already dangerous. We're going to Yawn at it, and you know what? Shade? We're going to just use a Great Ball. Like, actually use one, because you can snag Pokemon who are flying. It's not going to work, but I'm fine wasting a Great Ball. At this point, it's just not going to matter. But, now Delibird should outspeed Blue, and then Blue will Yawn at it. And there we go. Vital Spirit! It does not always have Vital Spirit, but it can. And now I know that. Do you still have Swift? You do still have Swift. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Swift is the only possible move we have left that will damage this thing and not definitely KO it. So we're gonna switch into Shine to help out with a snag. This is a rare situation in which we cannot give this thing a status safely. So, you know, I don't expect this Ultra Ball to work. I didn't have anything else to really do. So, throw an Ultra Ball, see what happens. I really hoped that I was reverse jinxing it there. 3 shakes was more than I was expecting. Oh well. Shine, do your thing. Okay, that's fine. We'll just keep throwing balls at it. And Shine outspeeds, so we will set up a Reflect so that it does less damage. It's so weird having... There's just certain Pokemon in this game who are just... They're very squishy and also have low snag rates. And so, it's tricky. And... It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We just keep throwing balls, and we'll use a Swift and get it to at least yellow. And... I was really hoping it would have Hustle. Vital Spirit is definitely the better ability, because Vital Spirit prevents sleep, and Hustle lowers accuracy and increases attack power, but it lowers accuracy, and, you know, accuracy is good. We don't like low accuracy because those moves miss, and missing is bad. Just get in the ball. Delibird! You are not strong enough for this. Right, single target, forgot. But now we're in trouble, because now it's in kind of KOing itself range with Shadow Rush. So we're going to really, really hope it doesn't do that. And Shine, you're doing nothing else. We're just going to do nothing else. And hope that we just snag it here. We got 3 shakes twice in green. So, you know, of course we get 1 in red. And... Okay, good. That's good. We like when you fly, because it means that you're not using Shadow Rush for 2 additional turns. And I will take that, because Shadow Rush is now very, very dangerous. I forgot that Swift doesn't cut its power in half because there's not multiple targets. Yay. I should have known, Delibird, that you'd be the problem. Because you're a problem. I still have ratings to do, like... This is what I'm hoping to avoid. I mean, you can see that there's still a significant amount of time left in this episode. So, you know. Just stay in the ball, Delibird. Pretty please? Pretty birdie? Pretty please? 1, 2. Alright, use fly. Yeah, I'm not... Okay, good. So you listen to my telling you what move to use, but you don't listen to my please just get in the ball so I can do ratings and end the episode. I see. Reflect? Because why not? And ball. And just stay in there. Ay. Okay. Oh, you're in love with Delibird. I forgot about that. Oh well. Got the reflect up again. Because it does so little damage to me. Just so little. Alright, Delibird, I will literally increase your rating if you just get in the ball. Like, that is my promise to you. I'm going to switch in Bay because I want to keep it using Fly. And, you know, fighting type. It'll prompt the Fly more often, maybe? I don't know. Alright, finally. Woo! Good thing I made that promise. Yes, Delibird, I will change your rating with what I say, but not on the page, because it's already done. Oh, I shouldn't have battled! No, you shouldn't have. And now, canonically, I'm going to send you flying. It happened off-screen. It was too violent for on-screen. We snagged 2 Shadow Pokemon. Now, based on timer, I'd like to end the episode here, but I want to rate these 2 Pokemon because it makes most sense in this episode, giving the next 4 episodes kind of their own standing. So, let's go into the very first one. Sunflora. Sunflora is a pure grass-type Pokemon who is interesting to say the least. Sunflora's main objective is operating in, you guessed it, the sun, which can be very helpful. Sun teams are just as good as rain teams in many ways, and Sunflora really does help them run in a lot of ways. On offense, it's pretty good, actually. Sunflora has surprisingly strong special attack, and kind of usable attack, too, in a way. And Sunny Day Solar Beam, Sunny Day making Solar Beam a one-turn hit, with Sunny Day also boosting Sunflora through Chlorophyll, it makes for actually a pretty darn good combination. Solar Beam is a really strong move. 120 power, 100 accuracy, and all it needs is the sun shining? That's really solid. And, you know, it's got some other offensive moves to use as well, because its attack power isn't useless. You can also, you know, use Growth if you want to boost that special attack even more. Defense, Sunflora is not really stellar. While it has moves that can be useful defensively, learning Reflector Light Screen, Ingrain that it comes with, its defensive stats aren't great, and solid grass is not good defensively. It's not terrible, but it's not good. So it's kind of... I wouldn't recommend it as a defensive Pokemon. 4 out of 10 isn't awful, but it's not good either. Snagging, just a 1 out of 10. Sunflora has basically no moves available that can help it with snagging. Kind of odd for a grass type, but it just doesn't have that, so don't use it there. The main role for a Sunflora on your team? Sunsetter. You want it to be using Sunny Day. It comes with Sunny Day naturally as its purification move. And if you are using a Sun team, that's kind of what it's for. It's for setting up Sun and using Solar Beam. The best moveset for that role is Sunny Day, Solar Beam. Sludge Bomb is there as a great coverage type that not a lot of Pokemon would use, and then either Reflect or Light Screen. You could also kind of throw Ingrain or Growth in there, but it's usually not worth it. Better to just have the defensive option for the whole team. Sync rating, 3 out of 10. It's basically Sunflora fits into Sun teams. It can be used in other ways, but you're unlikely to find those. So it'll fit on Sun teams, great, and almost nothing else. So that's kind of where it is. Now, as for the next one, Delibird. Delibird is weaker. I have said multiple times, and I stand by, that every Pokemon in this game can be good. Delibird is the one that really stretches that. You can see the numbers on screen. I will upgrade it by 1 because I made the promise to snag it. But Delibird doesn't really have a lot going for it. It's meant to be a hail taking advantage of her, with Blizzard as its natural moveset. And, you know, Fly and Attract are also in its natural moveset. So, you know, if you're using a hail team. But Delibird has always been one of the weakest Pokemon in the series, and it just doesn't have a whole ton of value here. Use the actual numbers on the screen and not the ones I'm saying, because again, I made that promise. Offense is kind of its only standout. 4 out of 10. 3 out of 10. But yeah, I stand by my promises in some ways. But Blizzard, a never missing Blizzard in a hailstorm, hitting both targets, and with the chance to freeze, is good no matter what. Delibird doesn't have the offensive stats to really back that up, but, you know, it's still an Ice-type move hitting for 120, I mean, spread, so it's a little less than that, but that's still pretty good if it hits both targets and can freeze. So it's got some value there. Defense, it just doesn't have any. Ice Flying is a bad defensive type. It's not like the worst possible, but it's pretty close to the worst possible. Delibird does not have any defensive stats to actually back that up. So it's kind of just yeesh on the defensive side. Snagging, I mean, it just has no moves that can even help with snagging, outside of if Blizzard freezes, but Blizzard it does a lot of damage, so you don't want it to be used as a snagging move, let's just say that. Its role, delivering presents. It's really hard to fit Delibird onto a team. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's really difficult. The best moveset for Delibird would be Hail, Blizzard, Fly, and Attract, as just a sets up Hail, hits with Blizzard, and with Fly Attract combination is just a stall tactic, realistically. You could also just keep present and not, I don't know, get rid of one of the others. I don't really know. Its sync rating is 1 out of 10. It's probably the hardest Pokemon in the game to fit onto a team. I'm not saying it's impossible, but don't use Delibird unless you really can take advantage of Hail. If you've got Piloswine on your team and, you know, and Sneasel, that's enough that you can put together in, you know, a Hail-based strategy. If you've got somebody else who maybe could use Blizzard, you know, if you want Suicune running Blizzard, you know, there's a very small window in which a Delibird can be like, yeah, that'd be awesome. But outside of that, there's really not much point. And that's going to do it for the shadows of this episode. And that's also kind of going to do it for this part. We snagged both shadow Pokemon, got into the Realgam Tower, and the next few episodes... Actually, I need to show this. Hang on, it's not the end of the episode yet. Hopefully you didn't, like, click away, because you saw that there was a little bit of time left. I probably should have just gone here instead of going to heal. But, if you go through this door, you can see that there is a door we can't go through. It is locked. And there are these 4 slots which require items. Wait, I'm at the green one. Entei's DNA? There's 4 slots and a locked door. There's a bunch of rooms in Realgam Tower we haven't gone into yet. I think we'll start solving this mystery next time. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time as we start a boss rush. See you guys then.